This is Tom Blair with Inside Colorado Wrestling doing another episode of Boundary to Boundary, Colorado High School Wrestling. Our guest for tonight is the Roosevelt head coach, Brandon Montoya. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
Good. I just got done watching you guys do a quick match against Erie. Seemed like Erie had a lot of forfeits, but you get what you get.
Yeah, it was unfortunate. I wish some of our other guys could have got a little bit more mat time, but it is what it is. The matches that we did get, that our guys wrestled well. Able to see some things that we need to work on. But overall, that was a good duel, and definitely got something out of it.
Yeah. Want to let the wrestling community around the state get to know you. So give us a little of your wrestling background and your coaching background.
Okay, I'm an alumni from here at Roosevelt. Grew up in this area, graduated from here, wrestled for Mike Pallotto, went and wrestled up at Western State for 4 years, and then I came back here and helped Darren Hankins as an assistant coach for a year. And then after that, he stepped down and I applied for the head coaching job. So this year right now is my 6th year as the head wrestling coach.
Okay. So you just came back, you haven't coached anyplace else, just here at Roosevelt, huh?
Yep, just here at Roosevelt.
Okay. Well, it's good to give back to the wrestling community that you grew up in. What does your team look like from last year to this year, and how did you do last year at States?
At State, we took 4 to State. A couple guys were just a match or 2 away from placing. We had 2 guys take 3rd. Miles Beam, who's a senior this year, was a junior last year, and Juan Garcia, who was a freshman last year, sophomore this year. He also took 3rd. And we had a young team last year. We only graduated 2 seniors, so we pretty much brought the majority of our team back. And having another year under our belt between freshmen moving up to sophomores or sophomore to juniors, really were able to kind of get the ropes of high school wrestling in general. And I'm excited for this year. I think our team is tough. It's still early, so there's things we need to work on. But overall, I'm really pleased with their work ethic so far and how the start of the season is going. And there's a lot more wrestling to be done.
Do you have a good sized class of freshmen coming in, and do you have any transfers?
Yeah, we had, I want to say, 9 freshmen that joined us this year. A couple of them are in our lineup. So just kind of looking to develop them and keep them going, for the later years. We didn't have any new transfers coming from another school. There was a kid that didn't wrestle last year that's a sophomore this year. His name is Jorge Torres. He's the one that wrestled 120s. But he's probably the one that stood out from a kid that I really didn't know anything about. So I'm excited to see how he'll do for the rest of the season.
What does your schedule look like for this year?
So here on Saturday, here in 2 days, we're going to have our RHS invite. Next weekend, we have the Christmas tournament over at Butler Hancock. Moving on into January, we'll be going to the Arvada West tournament. We'll be going to Top of the Rockies, Northglenn. I think Westminster is the week after that before regionals and state.
Okay. So you don't do any traveling out of state?
Not this year. Last year we went to Kearney. A year before that, we went up to Wyoming. We were thinking this year about going to Garden City, but we committed to a tournament back in April, I want to say. So we already committed on the same weekend, so we weren't able to make it out to Garden City. But that might be a tournament here in the future that we might try to get into.
What does your coaching staff look like for this season?
This season, I feel that we have a great coaching staff. We have Josh Robinson, CJ York, Mike Pallotto, Adam Carey, and Coach Guy. So I feel they're all well-rounded coaches and been around wrestling for a long time. I'm pleased to have them.
Now CJ wrestled back here at Roosevelt in the past.
Yep. Yeah, he wrestled with me A couple years in high school as well as in college. We were also on the same team up at Western State. Josh Robinson is also an alumni from here at Roosevelt, and Adam Carey.
So you got 4 alumni back here, and you got Mike Pallotto back in the fold again to help out and to lean on a little.
Yeah, he's definitely the time that I get to talk to him, just like to pick his brain. I know he's kind of has other things going on in his life, but I definitely like to ask about wrestling because I know he's very knowledgeable, and I learn a lot from him.
What are your season goals for this year?
I definitely would say I'm looking for a league championship. I know we'll have a good duel against Windsor. I'm excited to wrestle them. Another goal that you can say would just be to get as many guys as we can on the podium. Looking at possibly 6, 7 guys would be a great number to have. And then to end the season, top 5.
Okay. I understand rankings now. Your team is ranked number 6 in 4A, and you have 5 or 6 kids that are ranked. I know some coaches don't care about the rankings. What are your thoughts on the rankings?
Yeah, I wouldn't say that I put too much thought into that, besides just kind of seeing maybe where they line up with some of the competition. I do agree that rankings really don't mean nothing until you step on the mat and kind of see what you're made of, see what your opponent's all about. So I guess we won't know what the real rankings are until the state tournament and really figure out who's the top 6 of each weight. So that's what we're looking to get to, and I believe that anybody can be beat at any time. So we just got to work hard and do our best.
Okay. Well, I thank you for your time. Good luck in the season. This is Tom Blair with Inside Colorado Wrestling.
Thank you.